Professor, I wanted to talk to you about the upcoming exam session. I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed with all the material.
I understand. It's a lot to take in, but with the right approach, you can definitely manage it. What specifically is causing you the most concern?
It's just the sheer volume of information. It feels like there's so much to memorize and understand for each subject. I'm not sure where to start or how to prioritize.
That's a common feeling. The first step is to break down the material. Don't look at it as one giant mountain. Instead, see it as a series of smaller hills. For each course, identify the key topics and subtopics. Your syllabus is usually a good starting point for this.
So I should make a list of all the topics for each exam?
Exactly. Once you have that list, you can start to assess your current understanding of each topic. Are there areas you're already comfortable with? Are there others that are completely new or confusing?
I guess I have a better grasp on some things than others.
Good. That's your first step in prioritization. Focus your initial efforts on the areas where you feel weakest. Don't spend too much time reinforcing what you already know. Instead, dedicate more time to understanding the concepts you're struggling with.
But how do I actually understand them better? Reading the textbook again doesn't always seem to help.
Reading is important, but it's only one part of the process. Try to engage with the material actively. When you're reading, ask yourself questions. Why is this important? How does this connect to other concepts we've learned? Try to explain the concept in your own words, as if you were teaching it to someone else.
Explaining it to someone else? I don't really have anyone to practice with.
You don't need another person. You can explain it to yourself, out loud. Or you can write it down. Summarize each chapter or section in your own words. This forces you to process the information and identify any gaps in your understanding.
So, active recall and summarization. What else?
Practice problems are crucial, especially for subjects like mathematics, physics, or chemistry. Don't just read through the examples. Try to solve them yourself without looking at the solution first. If you get stuck, then refer to the solution and try to understand why you made that mistake.
And for subjects that are more theoretical, like history or literature?
For those, focus on understanding the underlying arguments, the context, and the evidence. Instead of just memorizing dates or names, try to understand the causes and effects, the motivations of historical figures, or the themes and interpretations of literary works. Look for connections between different periods or authors.
It sounds like a lot of work.
It is, but it's focused work. And remember, effective preparation isn't just about the last few days before the exam. It's a continuous process throughout the semester. Are you keeping up with the readings and assignments regularly?
I try to, but sometimes life gets in the way.
I understand that. However, consistent effort makes a significant difference. If you've been keeping up, the exam period will feel much less daunting. If you've fallen behind, then the strategy I'm outlining becomes even more critical.
What about study groups? Are they helpful?
Study groups can be very effective, but only if they are structured and productive. Choose group members who are also serious about studying. Set clear goals for each meeting. For example, today we will review chapters 5 and 6 and work through problems 3, 7, and 10. Avoid groups that tend to socialize more than study.
So, quality over quantity when it comes to group study.
Precisely. And when you're studying on your own, make sure you're creating an optimal environment. Minimize distractions. Turn off your phone, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, and find a quiet place where you can concentrate.
I usually study in my dorm room, but sometimes my roommate is noisy.
Then you might need to explore other options. The library is a good resource, or perhaps a quiet corner in a student lounge. Experiment to find what works best for you. And don't forget to take breaks. Studying for hours on end without a break can lead to burnout and decreased productivity.
How long should the breaks be?
A common recommendation is the Pomodoro technique. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 such cycles, take a longer break of 15 to 20 minutes. This helps maintain focus and prevent fatigue.
That sounds manageable. What about the night before the exam? Should I cram?
Cramming is rarely effective for deep understanding. The night before, you should be reviewing, not learning new material. Go over your summaries, your notes, and any practice problems you found challenging. Get a good night's sleep. Your brain needs rest to consolidate what you've learned.
Sleep is important. I often sacrifice it when I'm stressed.
That's a common mistake. Lack of sleep impairs cognitive function, memory recall, and problem-solving abilities. You'll perform much better if you're well rested.
So, to recap, break down material, prioritize weak areas, active recall, summarization, practice problems, structured study groups, minimize distractions, take breaks, and get enough sleep.
That's a solid framework. One more thing. Consider the format of the exam. Is it multiple choice, essay, short answer, or a combination? Knowing the format can help you tailor your preparation. For example, essay exams require you to construct well-reasoned arguments, while multiple choice might test your ability to recall specific facts or identify subtle distinctions.
That's a good point. I haven't really considered that for each individual exam.
It's worth looking into. Your professors usually provide this information, or you can ask. And finally, don't hesitate to ask for help if you're still struggling. Come to my office hours or speak to a teaching assistant. We're here to support you.
Thank you, Professor. This has been incredibly helpful. I feel much more confident about how to approach my studying now.
You're welcome. Remember, preparation is key. Approach it systematically and you'll do well. Good luck.